Hello, it's Luca. Today I'll be presenting a strategy proposal for Werribee South farmers, whilst also pitching VEGCHAIN as a potential solution and product that is open to investors. This presentation aims to find 3 Werribee South farmers who are willing to invest and trial VEGCHAIN. It will outline the current market, its inefficiencies, potential solutions, the future of farming with Agritech, and how to take advantage of this new sector. So essentially, what problem does this solve? So farmers are currently using outdated technologies such as whiteboards, Excel spreadsheets, and an app called LiveFarmer, which is essentially a glorified notebook that requires users to input data manually. So by allowing sensors and working assets to record data, we streamline, automate processes, and get a better understanding of the business. This reduces double handling, employees needed, and saves farmers time. Data ownership allows the sale of data. This can be sold to private and government bodies, creating another revenue stream. It solves organizational issues. With a strong app, farmers will be able to make better decisions and increase efficiency. Stock management and supply chain improvements via tracing and trackability, provides consumers with a record of the product's life cycle, assists in identifying infected crops in the case of outbreaks, and sets the foundation for the use of robotics. Introducing VEGCHAIN. So it's an easy-to-use app that digitizes vegetable farming operations. It will focus on Werribee South's produce, lettuce, broccoli, cauliflower, artichokes, and style of farming. Once successful with the selected farms, it will be offered to similar operations, with the goal of taking over the target market nationwide. It allows sensors and working assets to communicate with the database, which is a huge breakthrough. It utilizes blockchain to record a product's life cycle from farm to plate and displays that selected data, uses other common technologies for basic uses and features, increases automation, interoperability, and streamlines operations, presents organized data, allowing for better decision making, and this results in increased savings, profits, and time. To save time, you can pause and read the process in action explained in the next slide. The main point is that with the use of sensors, GPS tracking, and other tech, data can be recorded and automatically shared with the database at all these points in the system. This is the future of smart farming, supply chain management, and general agri-tech. So my strategy proposal solution. A comprehensive analysis of selected farms and their operations. What is it and how can it be improved? The analysis will place their position in the market for their production of the produce they grow, i.e. market share of lettuce, broccoli, etc. Once their processes have been identified, the information will determine what framework, structure the app should take. The app's outlay will mirror their processes for functionality, creating a greater user experience. Multiple facets of the business can be put into the app, such as staff management, vehicle tracking, and communication from users via notes or entries. Blockchain will only be used for the recording and sharing of the vegetable's life cycle, as that's all that needs to be public. Sensors will automatically record data such as weight, weather, temperature, geolocation, fertilization times, water used, etc. This data will be automatically shared with the database, and with the final result being a QR code that when scanned shows all recorded data and establishes provenance. Okay, so if anything, pause your screen and read the points on the roadmap and the go-to-market strategy as they explain the stages that we will go through to make this a proof of concept, get it off the ground, implement it to the selected farms/investors, bring them benefits through their operations, package that onto an app interface that can then be sold to all other similar farming operations with a focus on Werribee South at the start. Then once we have a process that we can replicate, we will then go statewide and nationwide. So who's in the ecosystem? The participants are farmers, governments, regulatory bodies, distributors, retailers, and consumers. Private bodies such as Ozveg and Hort Innovation have market interests. Similar solutions and competitions. So specifically, none. Both Agritech and VEGCHAIN are proposing similar solutions. However, their use cases are minimal. From market research, they're trying to cover too many products. If you try to do everything, sometimes you end up doing nothing. Their focus also seems to be more aligned to bringing the distributors and consumers benefits. This creates an opportunity for VEGCHAIN to create a tailored solution for farmers growing specified crops. If our app isn't used at the consumer end, the data can be sold or shared to their programs, allowing the end results to happen regardless. Though they operate in a different market, agridigital is by far the most successful. The reason being that it was made by grain farmers for grain farmers. They capitalize on their niche market and are now highly profitable. This is a great example to follow. Find our niche, have working examples, and expand it nationwide. So this Australian Agri-Food Tech map by Australian Agritech Association shows us all the different companies within this agri-tech sector and shows us who we could potentially work with. So a lot of the KPIs would have been covered in the roadmap, just basically points to let us know that we're on the right track and where we should be for this to be operational and profitable. However, some expected challenges will be just simply creating a UX user experience that flows with their operations, successfully and accurately transmitting the data from the sensors to the database, and just the overall getting it to flow. However, once we establish a process on our trial farms, it's simply a matter of replicating it and then expanding the business. So just to reiterate, the core benefits would be things like automation on your farming operations, streamlined processes, new revenue streams, less employees, better data, savings and profits. The financial opportunities that arise from being involved in something like VEGCHAIN and doing a general overhaul of your farming operation by using Agritech and new and emerging technologies would be that money that is made from onboarding new clients. So by investing in VEGCHAIN, every new client that is onboarded brings a profit margin that would be distributed to investors alongside subscription fees, hardware sales, the share value increases as the product grows, and the potential to buy distribution rights of certain products, as we'll be dealing a lot in sensors and other technologies as we expand our product. So the recommendations for these potential investors to research future farming, accept that changes will occur. View Werribee South from a state and national scale. It's got great freeway access, it's in a local area, well, Wyndham City pretty much, and it services a large percentage of Australia's lettuce, broccoli and clove flower already. So understand your place in the market and how you can best use that. Find ways to profit in Agritech by creating and implementing practical solutions that can be packaged and sold, such as a solution with VEGCHAIN. Increase your local farming operations. That means expanding your operations using this new tech and buying the small farms out, of course. And to use Werribee South as the showgrounds by aiming to become the national showpiece of agri-tech solutions for your specified market. So if you had a 10-year roadmap, for example, and you wanted to decrease employees by 50% by employing these robots that talk to these databases and automate processes that allow you to scale your farms up in ways that aren't currently possible, Werribee South could be used as a showgrounds to showcase that potential in the market. Thank you very much for your time and feel free to contact me as I'm open to any business proposals.